made it. We made it. We're here. We love you. Welcome to 5D Full Disclosure, Heaven on Earth. We are the First Contact Ground Crew team. And you are watching the Morning Ascension Gathering.
Yippee!
My name is Buddha.
And I'm Jeri-Lee.
And we welcome you.
And apologies, Telegram, but my phone won't play a game today. It won't unmute, so...
It's a good practice to restart your phone because you run it good.
I turn my phone off at
Every night, yeah. I know.
It's not... I didn't last night, but... Hi!
Welcome, everybody. It's okay. This is where the show's at, not on the phone anyway, so...
Right?
Yeah. We can get to Telegram when we can.
In the
Yay.
meanwhile, how's everyone feeling? You know, we got a lot of energies coming through. We got Halloween vibes, people loud,
Who went to a
partying.
Halloween party last night or is going to one tonight? That's what I want to
And
know.
that stuff's just like intense. Like you can feel the energy building. You can feel it. As soon as 5 o'clock hits, everyone's karaoke, doing this, doing that, partying.
Yeah, I used to like Halloween parties a lot. They were fun, and I I definitely towards my awakening, it was more like, why am I here and why is everyone dressed as ghosts and goblins? And I'm like, uh-oh. And we know that obviously there's a lower component to all this. And mom loves candy, mom loves dressing up, she loves the higher. And if you want to be anything for Halloween this year, is be a flipper, okay? Be a flipper like Jesus
like
Christ.
A dolphin?
Or a dolphin, and flip the script. Flip the tables, flip whatever you can back into love. Like, what are you? What are you dressed like? I'm a flipper. What? Yeah, I'm flipping it all back to love. And so a lot of us with these heavy, deep-rooted belief systems, especially as we awaken, now it's like, oh, well, Halloween's bad, chocolate's bad, McDonald's bad, all bad. What vibration is that, right? It's still fear. So what does God do? What does love do? They go into places like McDonald's. They go into holidays such as Halloween. And they flip it. They go into their 3D job with a newfound consciousness, a newfound awakening, a newfound level of brightness, frequency. And what do you do now? You're a flipper. Flipper, flipper. Grateful for you flipping it.
Yeah, so we're walking, talking flippers. And
Dolphins. AKA.
And if you haven't found that childlike wonder in your everyday, we highly recommend, I don't know, doodling or going back into a moment in time, space, continuum, and like feeling into what was the last thing that truly gave you so much joy. I was just being silly this morning, and I was just sharing with Buddha what I used to do in the backyard. Like, we're fortunate. I don't even know what we are. I feel like apparently we're baby boomers, but I feel Gen X. I don't know. We're in the cusp.
No, we're boomers.
Boomers.
Mm-hmm.
1978.
We're at like the end cup.
So, we didn't have internet or phones. That was a great thing.
I had a pager.
No, well, I remember my dad, my Earth dad, he worked for Apple, funnily enough, at the beginning. And we first got our PC. It was like, was it?
Apple Mac? Oh, Pac-Man?
Pac-Man!
Uh-huh.
Pac-Man was awesome. And then, you get into Tetris. You kind of have to visit the video game store, whatever you call it, arcade, before you could, play games. And so, there was a lot of dead time. And it wasn't dead at all. It was called being creative. Like, what in our environment could we play with? And we played with sticks, we played with cans, we played with cardboards, and you just like all those fun games. But ultimately, we're like, what was your greatest memory where you had so much fun, but you didn't have to go to the theme park? It was just like plain and simple garden stuff. A lot of children, a lot of adults, a lot of teenagers have had their innocence stolen from them. It was taken away. It was never there. What is your story? What is that narrative that keeps on regurgitating to keep you out of the present moment? Because right now, there is so much happening with our DNA, with all of the activity within the solar energies.
The sun. It's all coming.
And as well as like Mother Gaia, Schumann, underneath. The connection, your higher self is wanting to make the connections. Like, okay, the elementals speak to us, the animal kingdom, this tree, angels, the angels up there, mom, your brothers and sisters. And then there's a separation, there's a disconnect based on an ego, linear memory, past, pain, trauma. So before we can look at the overall picture of disclosure, we gotta look at ourselves, because the micro is connected to the macro and the macro is connected to the micro. And if we keep pointing the finger of, well, Bill Clinton this, Hillary that, these are our brothers and sisters. And we also had dark contracts from the past. How can you authentically face someone like that? A pedophile. And give them a hug and say, I forgive you. That would be the ultimate test.
You may not have to do that because the white hats and the dragons are on top of those people. Because you know what? They don't want to hug. They want to hug little children and molest them. So we'll let that lay where it lay.
I'm just
and
saying.
let it be where it be. Because like Mom said the other day in the stream, it's like everyone has a role. And your role is not going to have to be that. Because that's already being taken care of on a much higher level, on a multidimensional level. But the element of forgiveness, of actually looking at your enemy in the eyes and being like, you know what? The reason you're my enemy is because you're also one of my best friends, right? Going back to being the flipper. There's always a higher. There's always that lower. And we've been stuck in that lower. And so these interactions now that we have with our loved ones, with anyone and everyone, you have that responsibility to be flipping it all the time. Before you know it, you'll feel good. You won't be able to hide it. You can't hide it no more. And that's what's beautiful about these energies coming in, is that everything's transparent. We're all feelers. We can all feel when someone's not in high states of joy or is going through their shit. Like, it's so connected. It's so beautiful that when we can see the higher and flip it into, like, you know what, the other day we were like, no words. I mean, I think we're saying that more and more now. It's just like, no words, because we know they get hijacked. Let's just be in the heart and communicate here. Let's feel it out. Because even words can't describe what is truly happening.
Okay, so welcome everyone. We have Wesley, Amy, Michael, Luna Wolf, it's Devin, James, Destiny, Q, Calix, and Awakened Flower on Telegram. On Facebook we have Bobby, Darcy, Jordan, Penny, Andre, Amanda, and Nairi from Australia. We love you all.
I got YouTube with Felix the cat, the wonderful, wonderful cat. All right, Mary Beth, David DeRose, Sunshine Superman. And they show I got 8. Who knows? Let's share. Let's just, build this a little bit. If you haven't done so.
I want to do a couple of shout outs. Nairi, we love you. She quit her job or lost her job because she didn't want to take the jab. So did Linda in Australia, both standing up as warriors. Woohoo! She's like, send me a link. I need to buy myself some gifts from the shop. So like that is a flip. It's like I'm celebrating. I deserve grandness. I'm going to buy some products. It's like, yeah, girl, get them. And also, Andre, I saw a post he had on Facebook. He's selling these cutie little tubs of chocolate goodness with some yummy nuts on it. With a lot of love and his little placard going around his local streets selling good love. Like, damn. He looks so good. Like, what? I want one of those.
Mama always said, way to people's heart.
I mean, homemade chocolate. I mean, it looked like homemade chocolate. Maybe he just melted it, but a lot looked divine. Come on, there are so many ideas. You can really come out of your square hole and be grand. Mm-hmm. No, never hard do. Being grand is simple.
And practicing that civil disobedience, like don't get so caught up, well, I need a permit and I need to get this now and now I gotta go do that. That's the 3D matrix that's dissolving. It makes it so difficult, so challenging to start a business, to be creative, because you are a slave to the system. So step out of that box of what you feel and think you need to do and just start doing it with your heart. Like all this stuff, all this bureaucratic tape that they put up every time you try to do anything. I've been there. I've ran my own business, and it's like they try to stifle you in every which way, no matter what you do. Scratch all that. Shove it to the side and be like, no, I'm going to continue this. I'm going to start this trade, this barter, fully understanding what equal energy exchange is. What would we do if we didn't have money? How can we exchange goods or anything that is of equal energy exchange? And it is different for everybody because everyone has different talents. But if you're a woodworker and you haven't been working on wood, if you're a painter and haven't been painting, you're not fulfilling your contract. And these are things that generally will bring you joy. It's set up this way. So the more you neglect that, the faster the punch will come. So people are experiencing these massive shifts. Thank God they're stepping up and they're not taking the jab. They're putting their foot down. They're putting their foot down and standing for what is right. And what is God now doing? Setting them up for something grander. And you have to feel that in your heart, that no matter what, everything is being flipped to love. Everything is flipping to the higher. What they're trying to do is keep you in that fear. Who's going to pay my bills? Or my children have been accustomed to a certain lifestyle, so now I have to continue this job. Well, guess what? That's your fault. Now it's your responsibility to tell your children and show them that there is a new way to be. That it's not about all these material things. And this goes for so many people up and down the line because they feel stuck. They feel stuck when God's like, yo, I got so many options for you and you want to be stuck between a rock and a hard place. That's the ego. That's like exactly where they want you. They don't want you feeling free. And the one thing that we are grateful for joining Mission is that it creates a newfound freedom. Mission in service to love, in service to God, creates a space for our creativity to come out, for our true, authentic self to start to show itself. Because we aren't caught up in that busy B3D slavery system. And we're showing you through examples that also this is available for everyone watching. Everyone who is part of this awakening process as they begin to gather, as they begin to get more involved, become ambassadors, getting their sessions, getting their etheric surgeries, the clarity is coming in hot. And you'll know exactly what to do without doubting yourself. That program wants to second guess, wants to throw doubt down your throat and be like, oh, no. Wait till next paycheck. Wait. Don't forget, your new show just came out. You got 7 more episodes to watch. Like, it's going to give you everything to put you off the highest timeline.
Mm-hmm. The system was built to squash adventure. Like, adventure is not meant to cost anything. So when you say leave a scheduled routine, it allows you so much more expansion, because now you're in the unknown. Now you're uncomfortable. Now you're like, what do I do now? And it allows you to explore. So a lot of us missed out on that. A lot of us had to like figure out how to survive, had to get a job. Maybe it was a mediocre job, not the first job you wanted, but you were pushed to that corner, to the point where how were you going to survive without having that job? So it was always a catch-22. It always felt like you were settling for second best. And that's what it's about, is like, the unknown is such an amazing place. It's where the synchronicities happen. It's where the magic happens. It's where the blessings come. And unless you're really fully committed to that, it's going to be half an experience. It's going to be a loop back into an old experience. Because ego only knows the past. It can only go by what it knows as a program. Mm-hmm. No, don't go there. No, don't climb higher. No, don't go to Cambodia. You don't know anybody in Cambodia. It keeps looping until you choose not to make it loop anymore. It's really an amazing leap of faith. Mm-hmm. So Felix says, I remember once when I was a kid, I was outside playing and I was above myself looking down on the earth. That was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. And so those are the inner gifts that we slowly forget. We slowly kind of push it to the back burner because it no longer was priority. The moment we lost our innocence, it was the moment we started to get really hijacked by the matrix. I was feeling into like, why did I choose psychology to study? Well, I was fascinated by people. I wanted to help people. It's like, okay, so what's the next best option? Well, there's a college in my local town. So of course you go there. All your friends are going there. You naturally would. But then some others chose to go down south because it depended on what major you wanted as to which college you would go to, same as in America. But then it's like, okay, now these are the subjects. And you're like, well, statistics is compulsory. And like, well, I don't want to take statistics, but it's compulsory. So it's like, okay, take statistics. And it's so boring.
I hated statistics.
It is so boring. And you had to do it 2 years. It's like, oh, and then it's like, you can have an elective. It's like, really? Okay, let's choose an elective. What's really interesting? Well, based on these texts, I suppose anthropology it's interesting. Why is anthropology interesting? Well, there's nothing else. We might as well study culture. So it's so limited. They put you with these choices, like, which chocolate bar would you like? It's like, well, you have 5. You can choose 5. Well, what if the grandest chocolate bar wasn't part of that selection? You see how limited this matrix box is? You're kind of going down a path where it's like, it's okay. But meanwhile, there's like rainbow dolphins that we have no idea exist on this planet. Sushi like tastes like nothing on Earth. And subjects of like grand proportions like free energy that was really us all along. Are you going to kick yourself for not stepping out of that, I don't know, Groundhog Day? Is it really that scary? Could you really not survive? Could a fellow being really not help you out as you walk down that highway with like 5 cents in your pocket? Really? Is the world really that bad? Because I don't feel so. Mom did not design it that way.
Yeah, and part of the reason you feel stuck or you feel that there's no change in your current day-to-day is you're not changing your language. Okay, we know our language has been hijacked, but there's so much self-loathing, self-hate, self-sacrifice in the language in and of itself that of course we're not evolving. You keep like going up a little bit, but then you say how much you hate yourself and you don't do this and you're down on yourself for that, and it just like brings you back down. And it's just this vicious cycle that continues to repeat where you're like, okay, I think I'm going to get it finally. Maybe this time, or maybe this time, or this time, right? And it's like, no. You know, I feel because especially the team has been going through a lot of transformations, a lot of major tests. It's like that energy will come in and you can identify it because you can feel it. And then you're like, I'm not letting it attach to any of it. And what has happened, at least for me, is that like it'll try to find the dysfunction, but I'm like, I'm good. Like, and it will like, it'll try to attach, but then it'll just go away because I'm not an energetic match for that in those moments. I'm not holding on to it anymore. And so as we move further into this process, you know, this goes the same for all of us. We can't continue to take it so personal. Every time it becomes personal, it's like it grabs onto you because now you're identifying with it. When in all reality, it's not who you are. It's what we're fighting against. And I know we don't want to say fight, but you have to fight for your right
to party. Awakened Flower has raised her hand. I've unmuted you, love. Welcome.
Hi, love beings.
Good morning.
Angel.
I love you guys.
Love you.
How are you feeling?
Oh my gosh, I'm feeling the great grand shift, and I'm feeling like my greatest, grandest self, and I'm just so thankful every moment. And also, I'm so thankful for you guys. Like, you really, like, I hope to meet you in person one day, and I'm, like, manifesting that. Like, we're going to have land, and I want you guys to come out.
Oh,
and I want to have a big
word. Festival. How amazing. I'm getting body light ups. Woo!
Definitely, I see it. So I just wanted to share on this topic. So we, right now, are living in the townhome, and in April, we are moving into our bus that we have been remodeling.
Oh my God.
Yes, on to the beach.
Yay!
So we're so excited, and my husband is quitting his 9 to 5.
Hey, hallelujah!
Yeah, and he's going to do his music. He's a grand musician.
Wow.
He's going to do music and make videos. And play music and all the beautiful things. So he's doing it, and I'm gonna make macrame and sell. I want to grow herbs, and I want to grow food and things. So that's my plan. I want to like sell macrame at a little booth or something. But so we're going for it. We're going for our dreams.
Wow!
How amazing! That is a leap since the last time you were on. I don't even remember when the last time you were on, but it's been a moment.
Yes. So it's totally possible. And we also, like I said before, we unschool, natural learn our children. We do crystal schools, and it's amazing. It's fabulous. I recommend it to everybody. Having the kids home is the biggest blessing in the whole universe. And I'm just so thankful to be raising them and loving them and just being with them every moment. And it's fabulous. So I just wanted to share that quickly, that we're going for our dreams, and it's totally possible. The new earth is rising.
Woo!
And we're all going to work together.
Yeah, we are one. Get up.
Yes, we are.
That's
Here, Mello, say Grand Rising.
We celebrate you.
Grand Rising.
Say Grand Rising. Oh, well, my little daughter says Grand Rising.
Grand
she woke up, so. We love you guys.
Love you. Thank you so much for that beautiful share.
Yeah, see you soon.
See you soon. You know it.
That is awesome.
Wow.
How's that for a testimonial?
Doesn't that make you smile?
That gets me excited.
I want a bus. I'm just joking. We have an RV today.
But that is the trend. We know the more we talk to people, they want to be independent. They want to be self-sustained. And this is a big, big move. It's a big leap of faith. Before joining mission, that's exactly where I was at. Me and my brother were like, we're getting an RV. Screw this. Like, I'm tired of paying so much for a mortgage. Get it? Mortgage. You're paying so much for rent. And it's like, what? Every month I'm spending over, what was it, like $1,200 I was spending to have my own apartment in like the suburbs of LA. And I'm like, that's a freaking car payment, a really nice RV payment. And it like dawned on me. I'm like, what? No more. I'm like, my brother and I were like, we're going to get an RV. We're just going to work out of the RV. We'll just park it here and it just be a lot cheaper. And it is, right? So there's a lot of people making this switch. And I'm so grateful and we celebrate you because it is exciting. And the one thing we can attest to is like, that's when the adventure begins. That full trust in love, full trust in mom. You're just like, what's next? What do we do? Don't be stagnant, of course. Like, create your craft. Do those things so that in those down times you're busy making it. But when it's time to sell, you got things to trade, to barter, to like exchange. It's just so grand and so beautiful. And then what's going to happen? What's the next like logical step? Not to use logic, but we're all gonna eventually need to gather at a cool RV park, right? Or like have an awesome place where there's plenty of spaces for people to pull up their RVs and create this community. Mm-hmm. You know, you don't have to build a house because they're bringing their own homes with them. Yeah.
Robin says, we live in a 37-inch TR, what is that?
Travel trailer.
Okay, travel trailer in Oregon, in a little family community RV park. Family orientated. Yay, and you have Wi-Fi, even better.
Get him, Robin.
Okay, so Jordan says, dude, it's a lot more than that now, man. Haha, more like 1650. It's crazy. It's so cool. Well, there's no reason why you can't hit your Ascension buddy up and say, how much savings have you got? Do you want to tour together? Mm-hmm. That's what pooling resources is all about. What's yours is not yours. Ultimately, what's yours is like
Mom's.
Everyone's.
It's mom's. Let's just start with mom. I think it makes it easier. Like, it's all God's.
But you are God. So like, what would be the greatest honor for you to honor your God's part is to share that adventure with. Like, the Pebbles is confirming. It's like, okay, so everything is gonna be grand. How do we keep on that highest timeline? Well, the mom wants you to commit. It's like, do you trust me? Okay, the words say, yes, I do, mom. Okay, now take a step towards that trust. It's like, if you could see the process of trust that we had to go through to come and physically move ourselves from where we were in 3D to mission to God, you would see that we had to really focus on the heart. Anything that the mind took us on was a fuckery. It was doubt, you're crazy, what have you done? All like projections of collective unconsciousness. It was glitching. Now, if you're uncomfortable with that process, breathe. Because really, it is a leap of faith back into the heart. It's not going to make sense. Everyone's going to think you're crazy. I mean, you're probably already the black sheep of the family. Like, what's another crazy move? Really? What's it going to cost you? We're not saying do things crazy, okay? We're not telling you to jump, do nothing. We're just giving you the process so you can relate to it, connect to it, feel that those things are okay. Right now, there's a big collective fear around death, about dying, and beings are feeling it. I don't feel I'm going to make it. You know, it's floating around the field, floating around beings who've been with mom. We note that and go, well, that's not me. But like Mary will tell you, that's the thought. I'm not going to make it. There is a choice point there. Do you want to make it? Or don't you want to make it? Know that the not wanting to make it is illusion. It does not exist in true reality, because in true reality, we are all grand and we all make it. How about them apples? In true reality, we are all capable. Why? Because we chose to be down here based on the mastery we have acquired through past lifetimes. There are a trillion other souls up there, angels, who did not make it. They did not make the cut. So of course you're a warrior. Of course you're a badass. Of course you're gonna make it. But it's a choice. You sign that soul contract saying, I will assist you, God of all creation, Mother God, with ascension. First to work on myself, then to help my brothers and sisters. That is a decree. It is inevitable. But your part, the free will, it's your choice.
It's really not your choice anymore.
On the multi-dimensional level, take it away, Buddha.
If you're here, it's a done deal. Let me just say, I mean, it's whether you want to continue to drag your heels as Princess begins to lick my toes, just to confirm that yes, of course, there's an element of free will, but true reality is divine will is at play. So just like the dirty, evil doers, the cabal took away the options to choose light, and they gave you all these dark options, the light has now then flipped it where they've removed the dark, and now they're just giving you a bunch of light options. Get it? So no matter what you do, no matter how long you want to stay in your job, no matter how long you want to drag your heels, it's done. It's over. Game over. Finito. Love is in charge. The white hats have taken over. We are grateful. We are honored. Find your joy and rejoice in the fact that you can now tap into this childlike wonder, this new excitement that has been stolen from you because you have been taught nothing but fear. When in true reality, you are nothing but love, which is why these messages resonate, which is why we're all coming together in these present moments, because you have been rekindled. That fire within has been relit, and you are finding that passion that has been taken from you, that has been turned into anger, and flipping it into the passion to bring in heaven on earth. That's the beauty of your ability to now create it, whatever that looks like to you. You like gardening, you better be gardening. You like singing, but you haven't sang. Might be time.
You like bass.
Oh shit, that was a good one, Jerry.
Okay.
She was waiting for that
Skirting
one.
along, Robin says, I am the BLK, sheep of my black sheep of my family, but I don't care.
Damn, now my left part of my heart's hurting. Okay, I'll look at that.
I just want the whole house with that laugh.
It's a wake up Dylan laugh. Okay. Then Robin says, I love life. And then we even have a
Princess
community.
is still licking my feet. Just so
Okay.
y'all know.
Robin says we even have a community garden in the RV park too.
Come here.
We all share. This is awesome. So the more of us doing the things we love, the more we basically are the 100th monkey syndrome, if you know about that. Consciousness changes. Hey, princess. Are you on Buddha's, bass playing non-existent practice? Good. Okay, so
Moving along.
I wanted to read the Earth Alliance Critical Space Weather Watch. Great one. As we head into another supergalactic weekend, the Earth Alliance has issued a Critical Space Weather Watch for Saturday, October 30th at 12 noon Eastern. This morning, the most powerful full halo X-class solar flare of the cycle ejected from the sun's corona and is inbound now at over 1.7 million miles per hour on a direct impact path towards Earth. That's a pretty quick fucking speed. The Earth Alliance projects the extreme ultraviolet light wave will directly impact Earth Saturday. A powerful blast of fast-moving exotic particles will reach the eastern seaboard of America first. KP levels are expected to reach levels 7 and 8, along with very strong geomagnetic storms in the afternoon. A major tectonic watch will commence Saturday, and there are heightened risk of power grid disruptions. This monster flare ejected a record level of coronal material directly towards Earth. Light leaders from all around the world assembled in video meetings today to discuss the major solar event. What is so important? Let's just say there has been much chatter recently about the grand solar flash and about how easily a strong X-flare could completely disable all 3D matrix electrical infrastructure. We heard it said by the great ones today that the shift is about to hit the fan. It is known by Earth Alliance leaders that a strong X-class solar flare is the trigger event that turns off the 3D matrix for good. This event leads to the unity of many global conscious communities that will form the new 5D Earth. What is interesting is the Carrington event of 1870 was caused by two flares impacting Earth within minutes of each other. The same scenario happened this morning as two M-class flares were fired from the sun seconds before the monster X.9 flare. When this rare type of event happens, the first flares weakens the magnetic field of the Earth, lowering the protective shields, greatly increasing the impact power of the second flare. The Earth Alliance and Delta security forces are monitoring the situation closely as we move into the weekend. Planetary Ascension symptom reports are increasing this evening as the starseeds of Earth prepare to integrate this high vibrational light into their cells. As you know, when these fast-moving cosmic particles impact the auric field, it causes quite a jar to your layered body system. To ease the effects of impact, the Palladians say, be sure to eat light energy food and drink lots of pure water. Okay, skirt the light energy food. Just eat and enjoy, but drink lots of water for sure. You have to slow...
But hold on. There are people who may need to flip it a little, because there are those people who probably just been eating a lot of junk food.
Okay.
And then it's like, maybe have a salad.
Yeah, so change it up. Change it up. If you don't eat meat, eat meat. If you eat too much meat and ice cream,
have a salad.
Or
you
not.
You know who you are.
Broccoli, like mushrooms, something. Bell peppers. What do you eat, Chewini?
Everything that drops
Leaves.
on the floor.
Chewini loves flowers. Eat edible flowers.
She is so in the zone. Like,
she's buffering.
Yeah, she's totally enjoying that share right now.
Okay, awesome. Let's keep on reading. So, you have to slow down and just take it easy when the light comes in hard like this. Be in nature to ground, meditate, and keep those crystals nearby to channel the energy through your body and into the earth. As this high vibrational light is integrated into your DNA 24 hours later, you will emerge as an entirely new creation and a literal brand new being where things are lighter, easier, and more wonderful. Great one. A major wave of light is headed towards Earth now, so brace for impact and stand by for a super DNA upgrade. Take the best care of you during this amazing time. We say, let there be light. Let us know what Ascension symptoms you may be experiencing at this time. Godspeed, Michael Love. Woo! This is it. Okay, maybe.
I felt it last night. Like I'm sitting there painting, and I'm like, I'm really not tired, but I could feel the whole house is like just kind of going and easing into it, and I'm like, all right, I'll just go with the team and go with the flow. We typically try to go down together, but it was just I could feel it. Like even laying there, it was more like I was so awake that I could consciously rest. I could just say my prayers, like command my atoms into right action. I command my atoms not to snore. It works sometimes. I command my atoms not to take energy while I rest. I command my atoms not to give energy while I rest, so that way you are safe. Because a lot of times when we go into unconscious rest, it's like you're just plugging into the fucking grid of the 3D matrix and they're just sucking off of you. So feel into that every night before you go to bed, just like any other spiritual discipline of praying over your food. Pray over yourself. And make sure you get into that right frequency before you go to rest, not sleep.
Yeah. So Christians asking, is the blues a part of the Ascension symptoms? Yes. Feeling depressed, because you're transforming depression. Basically, we all have contracts, soul contracts to transform dysfunction, and whatever it is that has plagued you all of your life, it's because you could take it on. So depression is the lower of joy. And it's okay. You can use a lot of the tools and techniques, or be in it. Be in that depression. Feel what it feels like. Where is it in your body? How is it going in your head? Like, what's it feel like? Find words around it.
Or songs. And, we saw you're singing, Christian. It was awesome for you to put yourself out there. But pick a happy song, right? Like, switch it, because obviously that song was about heartbreak and love loss and yada, yada, yada. But what is that energy really showing? That you are externally attached, that you can't love yourself enough to really hold that space. It becomes a victim. It's like, sing the songs of joy. Like, especially, women want to be around people who are in a good mood, right? Not who just want to... No, it's like you hold such a vibration of light that you attract. You will bring about that energy that you crave so much by harnessing it within yourself.
Like, who are you singing to? Are you singing for yourself?
Or
bring you joy?
Thank you.
Or are you singing for someone else? That's where the ego can hijack. It's like, why? What is it that you're doing, and why are you doing it?
What is the true intent, right? Mm-hmm. That's an excellent, especially for you, Christian, who you are at a certain point in your evolution now where you gotta get it. You gotta snap. You gotta get it, because you are very involved, but you're repeating a lot of the same cycles. A perfect example is of that video. Make another one about your joy, about that bliss, about a song that makes you happy. Not because you want to impress nobody, not because you're trying to get someone back or trying to get into someone's heart. You're not doing it for the right reasons, brother.
And yeah, you're on the right track, Trevor Hall.
You got it.
Excellent.
Brother.
You've been with Mom, Christian. You got this. Like,
for yourself. That self-love is so critical, man. I'm telling you.
There's a lot of unworthiness.
I know. I've been there. Like, it's a lot of unworthiness where we have to externalize. We need
validation for what?
It's like, I'm not going to be complete until I find my twin flame. No, you'll never find your twin flame until you're complete. It's the other way around.
It ain't a lonely road, so sad victim, okay? It is what it is. Find the love within. Find the love within. If you have ever experienced loss, it is a gift. It is a gift to dig deep. Where is this pain? Where is this black hole? What is this black hole about? Is it because you didn't get loved when you were young? You didn't receive love when you were a baby? Where is it? It is dysfunction. It means it doesn't serve your highest self. Your highest self is really pushing to come through. Mm-hmm. Mama's cheering you on. It's like, enough of the old story. Get on with it. It means snap out of it. Are you in the present moment? Are you really, really lonely in this very present moment listening to this? Not really. It's some tough love. It has to be, because there's just too many of us in, like, sorrowful, like, princess. I mean, we all have had moments of that, but we were aware of that process. We're not better than you, bro. No one is better than you. Stop comparing this. Stop comparing yourself to Chewini. Stop comparing yourself to other beings. You have stood up for your truth. But take accountability. There's lessons here and blessings that Mom is wanting you to get. You're being blindsided by something that your ego just wants you to keep on keeping little, small. You are not. Thank you, everyone. So, did we want to listen to some mama codes?
Oh, you know it.
Here we go. Yippee lady incoming.
Hi everybody, we know it's been a moment, but we are back in a semi-stable environment, kind of got bounced around there a little bit, and all I can do is go like this on this roller coaster ride, just like every one of you out there. I am finding that we are definitely in all of this in together. So, all of us in this together. Many of us are it's just been this bumpy ride, and we just have to keep being present, showing up in the present moment of now, letting go, choosing joy, choosing love. We have our third waiver group coming up. I'm very, very excited about this because this will be the largest energy to ever hit this planet since its inconception, which was 19 billion years ago. So it's going to start coming in at the end of August and build throughout September. So it'll be a pretty much about 30 days event, I feel, with all the other little events that happen in September with it. So we're going to have fun. And so we have a message for you today that we put out. I received a telepathic message a couple of days ago that I documented. And we put this message out yesterday about the third ascension, wave energies, and tomorrow we do have the full moon, and I feel it's Aquarius. Someone said Leo, but I feel it's Aquarius. And so that's exciting. And those energies, wow, they're intense. These full moon energies, my Kundalini energy is just like been going up and down all day long, really intensely. I contacted Father, he's experiencing the same thing. Shout out to Father of Creation. We love you. Thank you for all you're doing and being out there. He is building these retreat centers he received the funding to build the retreat centers for the Twin Flames. And they are pyramids to where you can go in and have a retreat together. So that is exciting. Okay, everybody. So urgent message. The third ascension wave energies. Love has won. Yippee! Thought I'd give you a surprise one there. All right. The biggest shift ever on this planet is happening now. Be in the mission, which means get into the present moment of now. Let go of all thoughts which don't bring you joy and get into the present moment. This was quoted from Enlightening the Medium. That quote. All right. Greetings, love beings. We are in monumental moments on the planet in our full planetary ascension. We are in the big shift from out of here into here, out of the head into the heart, and there's no turning back now. The ethics train is full speed ahead. Today, the full moon energies came in very intensely, and we just exited out of the intense Lion's Gate energies. Many of you during this time will experience a lot of dreaming, lucid dreaming, increase in synchronistic events, visions. These are all to assist you along your path, your destiny. Everybody's being moved around. You need to follow your hearts. I know people are being called here to Shasta. Mission House is ready for the gathering. And you can contact us if you feel called. So we are also preparing to enter the third wave of Ascension energies to begin coming out at the end of August and last throughout September. And this will be our largest energy wave to collectively hit this planet. And no one will be unaffected by this. This energy will affect the program grounded, stay centered, get into nature, remain calm in the present moment of now. As long as we're choosing love, we're always going the right direction. So get into nature. I already said that, but get into nature, remain calm, follow your heart, and gather with like vibrational beings, be it over the internet or physically. And you can connect to us at Mother Goddess 8. That's my Skype, Mother of Creation. We have a mini Skype thread there that there's 200 waivers in there, Ascensioners. All right. Highly recommend getting out of the head and into the heart. There is an urgency in the air to get clear, everyone. You will have the more clear that you are, the grander your experiences are going to be as this energy comes in. Okay, so thank you for getting into the present moment. But now, booking a session with us is highly recommended as we prepare you for these energies and assist you in transforming all your conditioning and programming. So you can find that link below this. And I'd love to connect with you. They're so much fun.
Get them, Mom.
Okay, and we'll remind you also that we are a donation-based. So thank you for sharing, everybody, keeping us going. I don't know if there's anything more important on this planet right now than the big shift. So without your support, we can't be here every day for you.
Yep.
And the oneness energies are flowing through the website. So it's the light information going through, entering. Okay. All right. So let's get down to the other message. And by the way, you can make a love share down below.
Hearts, everyone.
We're in here for another week. We're paid up to, I think we might have the other week paid. But after that, we're just keep going on. moving along. Okay, we would like to share a message that we received this morning at 8:15:16 at 6:52 a.m. That was the timestamp. And this adds to number 13, which is the Mother of Creation number. And so this is also when we began entering the full moon energies. We ask you to place no meaning on these words that we're going to read to you. Just feel them with your hearts and breathe in your atoms of love everywhere present. Love has won, and New Earth equal heart, the new story. Here we come! Yay! Okay.
Yippee!
Beautiful.
She's such a noodle.
One thing that highlighted for me was, just referring back to how our language has been hijacked. And first off, shout out, I wanted to read this. Patricia Pierce, accept, acknowledge, appreciate the glory of the gift we heap forever in thee as I am due. See, understand we are breaking the tables of transformers of brokenness and hopelessness, desperate nations, transmuting the energies, transpiring the collective, transcending into something new. Renew your brain, revive your heart, restore your soul. God bless you. That is beautiful. Now, the only thing I changed was mind to brain, because when we use the word mind, we are referring to the ego program mind. So the program is the mind that has hijacked your brain, which in turn has severed your connection between your heart and your brain communication. That's where the true discernment is you can feel, and then you can compute it with both the heart and the brain. And so just a fine-tunement, especially for the light workers out there who speak on this often, who share this with others, make it clear to them that the brain has been hijacked by the ego program mind, and that from now on we are taking our power back. We are using our brain to take our power back with our heart. So just a slight adjustment to our vernacular flips the script.
And it's okay to use these words as long as you're aware. So that's why we used re-heart instead of remind, because really the heart has been lost in this whole vocabulary of the English language. Like even like so much as a simple word in Spanish called cariño. Cariño is such a used word. Cariño is like affection, but affection is so dry. Cariño has something so special about it. Mi cariño, da, da. It doesn't sing to you. The English language is fucked. It's so confusing. It's meant to confuse you. And so it's like we can all do little bits of change. If it's one word, you know, stop saying try. Stop saying try. I'm going to try and call you. Well, you're either calling me or you're not. Because trying is a way out. It's like, it's an excuse. Like, I'm sorry, I am, blah, 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 glitch. So,
Tried equals half-ass whore.
Yeah. And
Anyways.
skirting along, mom has always gifted us such simple tools. When you really keep it simple, you're on the straight path. Because the ego will want to complicate it. It's part of our gene keys. Complexity, chaos, arrogance. The lower stuff, we're done with it. Come on. It does repeat. There's residuals. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Don't take it personally. Like, here we go again. It's like, cut cords. I'm cutting cords with you. I will no longer enable and please you.
Return energy to sender.
Because I am a pleaser, and a lot of us are, and it's okay. We used it to survive. Now we don't have to survive. We need to thrive. Take a jam, do a run, you know, do something funny, silly.
Keep it simple, silly. Thank you, Jordan.
Keep it simple, silly. That's a nice one.
KISS acronym.
Okay, so wanted to just touch on a couple of events because we are coming up to really major portals. And we have, you know, we're very excited for November. November being an awesome, like, Scorpio month. A lot happening, a lot of, like, rebirth, a lot of upgrades, like Mom has said. And we keep reharding you. We are upgrading, even though you don't know it. And you don't need to know. But just know that you are. So, Buddha, please share this beautiful graphic. We have a workshop, upcoming workshop in November, starting on the 11/11 portal. This is the Angel Chip Workshop. What are angel chips? Okay, so firstly, we know that the Cabal have used nanotechnology to put microchips within our vessels as well as energetic hijacks. You can list a sleuth of things as long as you're armed. You name it, we got it. Let's talk about radiation. Let's talk about nanoparticles from what they used to do with chemtrails. Let's talk about the food poisoning, herbicide, blah, 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 water, fluoride, da, da, blah, da, 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 dum. And before you know it, we have chips everywhere. Chips that don't serve our highest self. So what did Mom do? She found these chips and went, is that what's blocking these divine beings from hearing me? Let's dissolve it. So she repaired brains from the holes, from video games, from computer, from heavy prescription drugs. But you gotta book an etheric surgery for that. And then clear your vessel. Now there's room. There's room for angel chip activation. Angel chips are a badge of honor from lifetime and lifetime of service to love. You know what? We all have angel chips, and most of you who have not had an angel chip activation will have that still dormant. So this workshop is going to be like the best thing since sliced bread, since your etheric surgery. Why? Because it's 15 workshops specific to each angel chip. We can give you some examples. my favorite is the Agarthan chip and the elemental chip. Why? Because I really resonate with Mother Gaia. I really, really was fascinated before even meeting Mom about inner earth. About everything that we couldn't see, but we could feel. And that chip, you know it, you feel it. As soon as I say Agartha, it resonates with you. If you don't know what Agartha is, it is the light city of inner earth. There is an inner sun. This is a toroidal field of goodness, this planet called Earth equal heart. And inside is a hollow, beautiful paradise. Yes, the explorers were like trudging on snow, and then suddenly they saw this paradise, like, hey, wait a minute, what is this? And then they took away the documents. You weren't allowed to fly over that space of Antarctica for a reason. They have guardians there. They guard it. It takes 3 days to get there. That stuff fascinates me. So I know when I had my angel chip activation, I could now feel and channel things that I didn't know about before. Downloads. They're called downloads. So this is a beautiful workshop. I cannot sing praises enough for what is coming, because it is going to blow your mind. Literally blow your mind. And it's time. It's time to activate and get our inner gifts online. If you're not excited, Princess is excited, I'm excited, and that's all that matters. Not just joking.
I can't tell you how much value is jam-packed into this entire workshop. I mean, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 15 live workshops. That's a lot of workshops for a little bit of money. Small investment in your future, in your betterment. So, I mean, again, I can't even stress the value in this. I mean, it's practically being given away. You know, I mean, that's where we're at. We love you so much that anything and everything is possible. And a lot of you have been asking for this stuff. So here it is.
And the amazing thing is the councils are all going to get activation, like unity activation, is because each council have one chip, at least one angel chip, that is resonating in that frequency, that energy that council is responsible for. It's going to get activated within all the council members. So that's very exciting too. It is Power Day today, the 30th being Mom's birthday. Like next month is her birthday. So the 30th today is a really grand time to do a ceremony. It's supercharged right now with the CMEs, the solar flash, like your upgrades. Do an ego death ceremony. Write it down on a piece of paper, burn it, and be done with it. You can also set an intention for New Earth. What is that vision? Just write to your heart's content.
Let me read this real quick. It says, Evaristo, Rose Hall away. She says, I've been at peace since I felt that Mama and Papa got together once and for good. They remind me of the true love does exist, and now all other twin flames can reunite since the first fractals have. Now, yes, there's an element of truth to that. However, very important, the only way these unifications will happen is if in both parties are in service to love and God. God is love.
And not self-importance.
Not self-importance. It's not about you. It's not about any of that. It's what are you giving up to serve the greater good of humanity? In that frequency is where you will find the connection you are looking for. And both parties have to be in full swing, full speed ahead, serving love every moment. This is the mission. Mission is love everywhere present. Serving God, putting God first, not your self-important needs. This is huge for a lot of you out there. Get hijacked by the fantasy. Trust me, I know. So just just adjust it. Yes, all of this is happening, but it's gonna happen faster when all parties are serving love and not serving themselves.
Yeah, so another event that is upcoming is tomorrow. Can we share the screen, please? Sure. It is a Black Mirror Transmutation. How do we flip the dark energies? This is satanic lower. We're going to do a transmutation. We're going to flip it. Those who are aware will be able to hold space and high vibe in the frequencies of love in such a dark moment of celebration. It is going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern on Telegram 5D Full Disclosure 17.
Tomorrow.
So this is going to be a good ending to a very, very, very intense weekend. So seatbelts off. Seatbelts off. So today, let me just check. I'm not quite sure what council is happening, what meeting, but I am in such a portal right now, so it's Saturday today. Anyway, George will be back for Roadside Nuggets. We love you all. I mean, we could do a card.
Sure. They keep repeating themselves.
I wonder why. No, the sugar? Yeah, there's too much sugar in most people's diets. True. But we shall pick what Mama God feels is highest for humanity today. Because it's always a new day. No 2 days are ever the same, yo. Okay.
Bare feet on the ground. Putting your bare feet on the ground connects you with Mother Earth. And it's like taking handfuls of antioxidants through your feet. It alkalizes your body, reduces inflammation. 10 minutes a day will make such a difference to your energy, stress levels, sleep, health. Yeah, if you haven't looked at the science of grounding, it's all there for you. Take your feet to the ground, lay your whole body on the ground, let the sun hit your body, let the sun go inside your mouth and eat some sun rays.
So thank you everyone for joining us today. It has been a beautiful gathering. We pray that you have an amazing third eye chakra day. Write some stuff today. Put things down on paper. You'll be surprised if you don't try. If you write with your left hand, things are going to come through. The left hand is connected to the right brain, the hemisphere of the right brain, which is feminine, and that is what needs activating right now. There's too much of the left brain masculine energies of doing and linear and planning and blah blah. Get in touch with the right side of the brain.
You know what? It just dawned on me. Hello? You want an activation? You want an actual portal in your house? Well, we just finished some beautiful artwork that we almost forgot to share.
Oh, what a hijack.
So I guess Jeri and I...
No, you go first.
Start at the same time.
Okay.
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Boom.
Boom.
So these
we can't see
literally
yours.
just got finished yesterday.
I am so happy with how it turned out. The turtle is such a totem for me. And I mean, Buddha's is always amazing, so we can talk about that in a moment. But the turtle energy for me is like the slowing down, the rock. And I just was fascinated by how I could like incorporate the turtle into the portal. So I was like, well, please. So this has brought me a lot of joy.
Yeah, so this is using... Keep it up.
Oh.
This is using... See, if it was the pyramid, she'd be up all day holding it up, but it's okay. We're going to love ourselves through this.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Breathing.
I wanted to share with you all, like, these colors for me. You know, this is probably one of my favorite pieces so far. It does mix both the straight lines and the curves, which means both divine masculine and the divine feminine. Metatron's cube with the seed of life, all of it wrapped up into one. But we love sharing these with you because we put our hearts and souls into them. You know, definitely beautiful to have at your home. And it's with metallic paint. I know the camera really doesn't do it justice, but there is like a sheen glare. If you kind of see it a little bit with the lights, but we use metallic paint. Extremely powerful to have in your home.
And Mom's favorite color is turquoise.
We'll have them on our website here earlier, but if you want to grab it before, hit us up.
It might swim away.
We can reserve them for you, so.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, this would be my favorite right now until I make another one. So thank you, everyone, for holding space. Penny's like, both so beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Penny.
And you too can make this painting. That's the flip. It's like, yes, you can. It just takes a compass, do little bits of circle, and put some flippers and a head and paint. It's awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Mom. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Mama, mama.
Mama, mama.
Hey, hey, hey. Love has won and joy reigns.
Mama, mama. Joy.
Mama, mama.
Joy reigns.
Hey, hey, hey. Love has won. We love you, humanity. Stop a messing, count your blessings, and book your mother-loving sessions. See you on the flip side.